Did you know that for many men over 60, the very first signs of serious health decline often show up in the penis? It might sound surprising, even shocking, but ignoring this early warning can cost far more than you think. This isn't just about intimacy or performance. It's a powerful signal of what's happening inside your entire body. When blood flow begins to slow down there, it usually means it's already slowing elsewhere too, like in your heart, your brain, even your kidneys. And when that happens, it's not just your manhood that's at risk. Your life is. In this video, we'll uncover 5 simple foods that senior doctors and longevity experts strongly recommend for every man over 60. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. These are everyday foods, ones that may already be in your kitchen, that can help protect your sexual function, improve circulation, restore vitality, and quite possibly save your life. So whether you're still active or starting to notice changes you're not exactly thrilled about, this is your chance to take back control. Because when your sexual function begins to fade, it's more than just pride at stake. It's a sign of something deeper you can't afford to ignore. Stick with me through all 5 of these powerful foods, because by the end, you won't just know what to eat. You'll understand how these foods work, how your body responds to them, and what kind of transformation you can expect if you stay consistent. Let's start with the first one, dark chocolate. This might surprise you. Dark chocolate isn't just a guilty pleasure. It may be one of the most delicious and effective foods for supporting sexual health after 60. High-quality dark chocolate, especially varieties with at least 70% cocoa, is rich in flavonoids, plant-based compounds known to reduce oxidative stress, lower inflammation, and most importantly, boost nitric oxide levels in the body. Why does that matter? Because nitric oxide is essential for relaxing blood vessels and increasing blood flow, which is critical for achieving and maintaining an erection. In other words, enjoying a square or 2 of dark chocolate isn't just indulgent, it's therapeutic. Take Thomas, a 74-year-old retired teacher. After heart surgery, he feared intimacy was behind him. But after a friend suggested he add dark chocolate to his evening routine, he noticed subtle but powerful changes. He felt calmer, his blood pressure stabilized, and gradually, he regained confidence in areas he thought were lost forever. This is just the beginning. Let's look at the rest of the foods that can support your health in ways you never expected, starting with something you might already have in your fridge. After a few months, Thomas said he finally felt ready to be intimate with his partner again, without fear, anxiety, or embarrassment. That's not just a diet change, that's a life change. The secret, of course, is moderation and quality. Not all chocolate is created equal. You should avoid milk chocolate and sugary varieties, which can do more harm than good. Instead, reach for organic, low-sugar options with high cocoa content and enjoy it slowly. Make it a ritual. Let the pleasure of it remind you that aging doesn't mean the end of joy, desire, or connection. In fact, it can be the beginning of a deeper appreciation for those things. Sexual energy doesn't disappear with age. It simply asks you to treat your body with more intention, more care. And dark chocolate gives you a delicious way to do just that. Now let's talk about number 2, pomegranate. When it comes to foods that can revive aging circulation and support sexual health, few are as powerful or as overlooked as the pomegranate. This jewel-like fruit isn't just beautiful. It's one of the most effective natural tools for protecting both your penis and your heart. And as any good doctor will tell you, what's good for your heart is almost always good for your erections. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, potent antioxidants that help fight inflammation and support the endothelium, the thin inner lining of your blood vessels. This lining plays a vital role in how easily blood flows throughout your body. As we age, that lining can become stiff or damaged, especially if we've dealt with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or decades of poor diet choices. That kind of damage directly reduces blood flow to vital areas, including the penis. What makes pomegranate special is how quickly it starts working to repair that damage. Multiple studies show that regular consumption of pomegranate juice can improve circulation within weeks. In one study, men who drank a glass of pomegranate juice daily experienced improvements in erectile function, especially those with mild to moderate issues. It's not magic, it's biology. When blood flows better, everything works better. Take Dennis, for example, a 68-year-old who told me he hadn't felt desire in years. He assumed it was just part of getting older, and that intimacy was a closed chapter in his life. But after he started drinking a small glass of pomegranate juice with breakfast every day and made a few healthier food choices, something surprising happened. He didn't just feel more awake sexually, he felt more alive mentally and emotionally. He reconnected with his wife in ways he hadn't in years. If you're still watching this video and finding it helpful, type number 2 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tip. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs, empowers, and inspires. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, beets. They might look like a humble root vegetable, but for men over 60, beets can be a game changer when it comes to sexual health. Why? Because beets are among the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates, compounds that your body converts into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is absolutely essential for strong, healthy erections. It relaxes and expands your blood vessels, allowing more blood to flow where it's needed most. Without enough nitric oxide, even if you feel desire, your body might not be able to respond the way it used to. Here's the catch. Most men don't know that nitric oxide production declines naturally with age. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, your body might be making only half as much nitric oxide as it did in your 30s. That drop affects everything from your energy to your stamina to your ability to maintain an erection. But the good news, you can turn that decline around, starting with what you put on your plate. Beets are nature's solution. Whether you eat them raw, roasted, juiced, or in powder form, they deliver a powerful dose of circulation-boosting nitrates. And the results can come quickly. In one clinical study, older adults who drank beet juice daily showed significantly improved blood flow, endurance, and even reaction time in just 2 weeks. That means better circulation, not only to your heart and muscles, but yes, to your penis as well. There's also a psychological shift that happens when your body starts responding again. When morning erections return, or when you feel that quiet confidence with your partner, it sends a message to your brain, you've still got it. That spark can ripple out into every part of your life. I've seen it happen countless times. My friend Gary, 72, had nearly given up. He said things just didn't work anymore, and he assumed that part of his life was over. But after he began taking a daily shot of beet juice, something changed. Physically, yes, but more importantly, mentally. He started dressing better, walking with more purpose, and smiling again. It was as if something inside him had reawakened. Don't underestimate beets. They might not be flashy or hyped like pills and treatments, but they work with your body, not against it. Add them to your salad, blend them into a smoothie, or take a quick shot of beet juice every morning. However you do it, just start. Because if your goal is to feel alive, confident, and strong again, this simple red root might be exactly what your body has been waiting for. Now, on to number 4, spinach. It may not look like much on your plate, but this humble leafy green is a powerhouse when it comes to supporting sexual vitality, especially for men over 60. Spinach is loaded with nutrients that go far beyond general health, and the unique compounds it contains may be just what your body needs to restore blood flow, balance key hormones, and reignite your libido. Let's start with one of the most important minerals in spinach, magnesium, and here's why it matters. As men age, magnesium levels tend to drop, which can lead to increased inflammation, weakened arteries, and lower testosterone levels. But research has shown that boosting magnesium intake can help raise free testosterone levels in men, even those well into their 70s. That means better muscle tone, improved mood, and stronger sexual function. Spinach is also high in natural nitrates, which convert into nitric oxide in the body. This helps relax and dilate blood vessels, improving circulation to all vital areas, including the penis. Strong, steady blood flow is essential for achieving and maintaining an erection, but aging can cause blood vessels to become stiff and less responsive. Spinach helps counteract that decline. It also contains high levels of folate, a B vitamin that supports blood flow and nerve function. Low folate levels have been linked to erectile dysfunction, especially in older men, and spinach offers a natural, accessible way to replenish it. It doesn't take much, just a small bowl of sautéed spinach a few times a week can begin to make a real difference. But beyond the biology, there's something meaningful in the act of choosing spinach. When you take time to prepare fresh greens, whether in an omelet, a stir-fry, or a simple dinner side dish, you're sending a powerful message to yourself. I still care. I still want to feel connected, alive, and vital. That choice is more than nutrition, it's self-respect. I remember Frank, a 79-year-old widower from Indiana. After losing his wife, he fell into a rut of canned meals and quiet loneliness. But one day, after watching a health talk, so don't overlook the greens. Spinach may not be glamorous, but it carries a quiet strength, one that can help rebuild the very systems that keep you feeling strong, desired, and alive. If you're still watching and finding this information valuable, type number 4 in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next tip. Your support helps us keep creating content that informs and inspires. Now, let's move to number 5, pomegranate. There's something timeless and almost sacred about this fruit. For centuries, it has symbolized fertility, vitality, and long life. But beyond its rich history and beautiful appearance lies something far more practical: powerful benefits for men's sexual health, especially after 60. At the core of pomegranate's strength is its antioxidant content. It's one of the richest natural sources of polyphenols, compounds that reduce oxidative stress in the blood vessels. Why does that matter? Because oxidative stress is like rust for your arteries. It causes them to harden, narrow, and lose flexibility, restricting the blood flow your body needs to perform. And when it comes to sexual health, restricted blood flow leads to weak, unreliable, or even non-existent erections. Polyphenols help reverse that process by improving the elasticity of blood vessels and restoring smooth circulation throughout the body, including to the penis. There's also growing evidence that pomegranate can help support testosterone levels. In one study, men who drank pomegranate juice daily for just 2 weeks experienced a significant increase in both salivary testosterone and mood. They reported feeling more energetic, more confident, and more open to intimacy. And that's not just mental, it's biological. When testosterone levels are in a healthy range, everything from libido and endurance to drive and motivation improves. Pomegranate also appears to support nitric oxide production, much like beets and spinach. It helps the body both generate and preserve this vital molecule, which relaxes blood vessels and enhances blood flow, an essential factor in achieving and maintaining natural, strong erections. For older men, this can be the difference between frustration and confidence, between shame and intimacy. But beyond the biology, let's get personal. One of the quiet struggles many older men face is the sense that their bodies have betrayed them, that they're no longer in control, and that aging is a one-way street toward decline. That belief, though common, is simply not true. Every time you choose a food like pomegranate, something vibrant, rich in life, and naturally restorative, you're sending a powerful message. I still have a say in how I age. You reclaim ownership of your health and vitality. I met George, a retired school principal from Arizona, at a senior wellness seminar. In his early 70s, he confessed that his romantic life had all but disappeared. "I just didn't feel like a man anymore," he said quietly. But after learning about natural circulation boosters, he added a daily glass of pomegranate juice to his routine. Within weeks, changes began, not just physical but emotional. He smiled more, stood taller, and told me, "I feel like something woke up inside me that I thought had died." That's the power of a simple red fruit. So if you're looking for a natural, delicious, and effective way to support your sexual vitality, give pomegranate a try. Whether you enjoy the seeds fresh, sip the juice, or mix it into smoothies or salads, this small daily habit can offer a big return. And remember, your body is always listening. What you feed it tells it what kind of life you want to live. Here, the final thought: isn't it remarkable how the smallest decisions, what we eat, what we avoid, how we care for ourselves, can shape how we live, love, and age? For many men over 60, sexual health feels like a closed door, locked behind years of stress, silence, and resignation. But here's the truth no one says loudly enough: it's never too late to take back control. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's still capable of remarkable things if you give it the right fuel. The foods we explored today aren't just groceries, they're messages. They speak to your circulation, your hormones, your energy, and even your self-worth. They say to your body, I still believe in you. When you bite into watermelon, saute spinach, snack on walnuts, sip pomegranate juice, or sprinkle pumpkin seeds over your salad, you're not just feeding yourself, you're declaring, I'm not done. And that mindset changes everything. So today, pick one of these foods and make it part of your life. Treat your body with the same care and dignity you've offered to others all your life, because you deserve to feel strong, desired, and alive. Not someday, right now. And if no one has told you this lately, let me be the one. You matter, your health matters. Your joy, your confidence, and your energy, they all still matter. Aging doesn't take those things away unless you let it.